Hello friends, welcome again. And I came with a new project title that is a question paper generator. And I got many of the requests from the students that they want to learn a LangChain with some of the RAG models and the LLM models, the combination of these things. Right. So I came up with the idea that why we can't develop a project where we can use these three systems. Means the first one is the RAG, the second one is the Lang, and third one is the LLM. And Lang is the library where we are using the RAG as well as the LLM. So if you talk about the technologies, right, so there is a front-end technology where we are using the React.js. That is the trending technology developed by the Facebook. And the second one, if we talk about the API, then we are using the FastAPI. Again, that is a trending, that is latest in the market, where you can use the FastAPI for developing the APIs. Right. And FastAPI, as you know, that this is the library of Python, and also this LangChain and all of these technologies we are using the Python, right? So these are the technology stacks we are using for developing this project, right? So I will go through the features first, that what we have developed, what are the functionalities available, and later I will tell you the architecture and some of the basic coding structure that what we have used for developing this project, right? And I am very much sure that if you want to learn the RAG, the LangChain, the LLM integrations, then sure, this project is good for you and you will learn a lot of things, right? So this is the home page, and this project is I am running on the port 3000, right? And this is a static page, there is nothing dynamic on it. And if I click on logout, so there are three menus are coming here: home, about, and login. If you click on the about, then this is again a static page, so you will be able to get that how we can create the static page in React.js using the fast API, right? So we are not rendering this data from the fast API, but yeah. So this is a login, and this is a dynamic page, and we are using the MySQL database for storing all of the information, right? And the user ID and password will be validated from the MySQL database. So I'm using the username, that is a user at the rate gmail.com, and the password is test, right? So if I click on the login, oh, I think there is some issue. Yeah, so the user is user at the rate gmail.com, and the password is test, right? So if you log in, you will get a dashboard here, right? You can see the dashboard, and there are some menus that upload the documents, all documents what you have uploaded earlier, and the logout button. As this is a session driven menu, you can see the menu has been changed because you got login, right? So now upload documents. So this, from here you will be able to upload the document, right? So any of the document you can upload, like PDF, so any number of pages you can upload. So this system will process that PDF, create the RAG using the fast, right? And we are using PDS, many of the libraries of the LangChain for splitting the documents, for storing it into the vectors after this document upload, right? And then one is all documents. So these all are the documents what you have uploaded earlier, right? So from this you will be able to upload the document, right? And from all documents you will be able to see what documents you have uploaded, right? So let me upload one of the document, that is a PHP new syllabus, right? And there I have one, that is a PHP cookbook, and then this one is a PHP submit. So once you click on the submit, then it will upload the documents, and it will save the documents into the RAG, and as well as it will upload the documents into the folder, and it will store this document into the database too, right? So it will take some time, because you know that a lot of features and functionalities running behind this, right, to upload the document. Okay, so let's wait for some seconds. So you can see a document we have uploaded, that is a PHP course and the uploaded date and the PHP course document, right? So there are three buttons here, right? If you want to add a new question set, so suppose if there is a course, then there can be a multiple question set for that course, then you can create multiple question sets here, right? So if you click on here, then you can see there is a one question set, right? And if you want to add a new question set, then you can create a sets from here, right? Same for the, if I go for the PHP, then you will be able to see there is a one question set which has zero single question, two questions and two questions, and easy questions, right? And you can generate questions from here too, right? So now I am going to create some question sets from here, right? This one, and what I am going to generate, that is the Java semester exam, and then single choice I need 5 single choice, 5 multiple choice, 2 subjective, and that will be easy, and Java semester exam paper, right? So this I have generated, and if I click on submit, then you can see there is a loader button loading, and what is doing, right? It is fetching the, it is using the semantic search, right? That is the concept of vector. So it is doing the semantic search, and it is fetching the questions from all of the Java papers, and after that it is using the LLM for regenerating the questions, right, according to that difficulties, right? So let us see that how what type of questions it's generating. I think it will take near about uh, 20 second, 30 second for generating the question. So this will take that much of time, that uh, it depends on the document size. If your document size is very large, then it will take little bit more time, but if your document is very less, then it will work faster. So you can see that we have generated the question. That one is the how many bugs estimated represency, like code every 50 lines, right? This is these questions, right? So you can see there are subjective questions, there were multiple choice questions also, and the correct answer we have already provided. So if you want to validate the answers from the question, from the questions, then you can validate it from this answers, right? If you want to download the question paper, just click on the downloads button and you will be able to download the question papers also, right? So here suppose if this is all documents, and now it has two: Java semester exam that we have generated on 7th, and Java semester that we have generated on 10th. So this has the 4 questions, 4 subjective and 3 difficult. This has the 5 questions, 2 questions subjectives and easy questions, right? Some of this is the easy questions, right? So if you want to see any of the questions, just click on that and you will be able to see the questions, and you can download it from here, right? So this is the feature we have generated, from where you will be able to generate the question paper using the PDF. You can upload the PDF, and after that you can generate the questions from that PDF, right? So this is the logout button. This is a session driven system. From here you if you have login, then you will be able to get more options from where you will be able to perform certain operations, and if you log out, then you can see the number of menu has less because you have not logged in, right? And after login you will get those options again, right? So this is all of the things and features what we have implemented with this project, right? The features, right? So, but suppose if you want more features, more enhanced feature, more enhancement in this project, just put the comments, right? We will try to incorporate those changes also in this project, and from which you can learn a lot more, right? So let us go through the structure, that what is the coding structure we have applied, right? So let me go through that, so you will be able to understand the full folder structure here. So let's start with the structure. So this is the coding, right? So this I am running all of the servers. You can see all of the operations are coming here. This is a command I am using, the unicorn app.main reload. This is a command for running the FastAPI, right? So if we talk about the backend structure, right? So this is the backend structure here, right? So here this is the app folder. Here we can see the auth, that is for the authorization, for authorizing the user login. This is a db.py for getting the connection, means making the connection from the MySQL, right? You can see these all of the details we have mentioned. This is the MySQL database because it runs on 3306, and this is a PyMySQL we are using for connecting the database. This is the main.py. So you can see I have allowed two URLs because I'm using localhost as well as the local IP, that is a 127.0.0.1. This is a model files for uploading and performing the operation. This is a PDF processor, right? So you can see we have used a LangChain here, LangChain community, and this is a document loader for PyPDF for reading the data from the PDF, and then splitter. So we are using the splitter for splitting the text for storing it in the vector, right? So how much text we are using, how many words we are splitting, that is a splitting size of 1000, and the chunk overlay, that is a 200. Because suppose if I am using this is my book, right, that is your book, right? So suppose if we split this is my book, that, then I think it will not be a good vector, so we will overlap it, right? So in next text, so if we search anything into the vectors, then it provides a proper output. So we are using the test splitter here. We are using OpenAI embedding here for embedding, and we are using the Fash for storing the documents and all. So you can see here, this is the uh, where we can see that is a backend, and there is a vector store. So we have two documents here. This is the index.fetch, index.pickle for the document 8. See, 7 and 8 is the ID of the MySQL uh, ID, that is auto-incremented. This is a question generator, and you can see this is the generate question. We are using this prompt engineering and all, and here we are able to generate the questions, and these are the routes. So you can see all of the MySQL codes we have mentioned here. This is a login, there is a document upload, and then generate questions, right? So you can see all of the MySQL operations we have done here, document list, document A to Z operations we have mentioned here, and this is a settings.py where we are using the data, right? This uploads contains all of the things what we are uploading, and this is the vectors, right? So this is the whole structure for the backend, right? If we talk about the front end, then this is the front end. Here you can see this is a React based application. Here this is a public folder for restoring the public. These are all are the components. So this is document questions, all of the forms are coming from here. This is a document add, document generate, document report, and qsets report, right? So all of the things we have designed here, right? And all of the CSS we have placed inside the public folder, and this is a layout for alerts, for header. What will be the header? You can see these are the header menu. If you can see here, right, this these are, there are some conditions here, right? If admin user level is 1, then admin will display, and the guest links will be displayed, right? So these all things we have used for developing this project, right? So as I already show you the demo of the project, right? That is the home page, right? So if you need more enhancement, or if you want to introduce more plugins inside this project for making this project more effective, then just put into the comments, or you can contact us. We will try to incorporate it. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for getting the latest project videos and the latest technologies. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you very much.